Today we're going to be checking out a new car amplifier from Fosi Audio. They have a lot of really cool home audio amplifiers and stuff like that, but now they're kind of getting into the car audio space as well, which is pretty cool. So we're going to be checking out the CA30, which is a 4-channel Class D amp. So let's go ahead and see what's in the box. We've got our user manual. So it looks like we've got some mounting screws, probably a main power fuse, 2 different size Allen keys, and here's our actual amp. So pretty good size. So you've got 4 mounting holes on each side. And overall, looks really good. It's got some weight to it, which is a good indicator, in my opinion, of a quality product. And obviously that's without connectors on the ends of each. So we're right about 7 by 4, and then your depth is about 1 3/4. I've got a Eonon installed in the 4Runner now. It's a UX6K2 Pro Max installed in there now, so we will see if it fits with that as far as the depth and everything goes. So if you're using a stock head unit, it comes with this high level input, and that gets plugged in right there. You can see the high input. So this is rated for 100 watts at 4 ohms per channel. Warranty has a 1-year warranty from date of purchase. Okay, so to check out the inside, this whole surround here is the actual cooling for the unit. Got really good construction on everything. Everything looks very professionally put together. We see a couple marks there. We got a pretty good size capacitor on everything as well, so that's good to see too. Overall, looking like a pretty good unit. This is where the cooling comes from, obviously. Then we can see the thermal paste there as well on the inside to get to this kind of radiator cooler there. And as far as the fuses, they're right there in between these 2 capacitors, 2 30 amp fuses. And then here's the underside. Go ahead and go to the car and we will start tearing stuff apart. So after checking out the extra wiring that I had laying around from previous installs, I found a power wire and then a short ground cable. So this is a 2-pair, aka 4 cables, just male to male. I tried to find a 1-foot cable so it'd be shorter, but this is the shortest I could find, was 3 foot. Here is what we're going to be putting it in. This is a 2006 Toyota 4Runner, a 4th gen. So installed in here now, I have a Eonon head unit, so we will be using that as our output. I already have a pathway from the battery for the amplifier for the sub in the back, so we're going to be following that path through the firewall here. If you guys are looking for a path, there is one right here, down here, next to your master cylinder if you're doing this in a 4Runner as well. I'm going to start by removing the head unit, taking some panels off. So here's our head unit removed. As you can see on the back here, we've got a lot of RCAs. So if we start going through, we'll see we got rear audio right and left out here, front audio left and right out here. Look at our main power harness here, and we're going to cut our speaker cables off because we're no longer getting power for the speakers from the head unit. Now we're going to get power out of the amplifier. We're going to cut the cables here, redo this harness a little bit, and tidy it back up. And then we're going to take our speaker cables and run them straight into the amplifier. So with this car in particular, we've got plenty of room back there for the amplifier to live in the back. So we've got our RCA in place. We've got our power, our remote start, and our ground in place. For my ground, I found one here that goes to the body, and then I ground off the paint to make sure that it's a good grind, that it's a good ground with a grinder here. So obviously we'll test to make sure everything has power later. Now we're at the point where we need to plug in the 4 speakers. So we've got our main harness here. It looks like all of our speakers are pretty much the 8 cables coming out on the left side of the connector here. So I've got my wire harness. It tells me what's speaker what, positive and negative. So I will then go down this list, cut off the positive and negative, and then plug it into whichever one I have it in. So the other thing you have to pay attention to, since this is just listed as 1 2 3 4, you have to make sure you're putting the correct speaker into, you know, front left, front right, rear left, rear right. So yeah, just make sure. The way that you can tell is, like, for instance, my red RCA is front right out. So then I'll go to my amplifier and see my red one is plugged into channel 2. So then when I have my front right, which is F9 to F11 on my wire harness, I'll plug that into channel 2 on the amplifier here. So just make sure that you know, all of your stuff is lined up. You know, try to keep it as clear as you can. Let's go ahead and start plugging in all of our speakers. For my test, I've got all of the speaker cables wired in here, all of my remote power and ground cables wired in, and then just to make sure, you're gonna want to like give every cable a good tug just to make sure that you've really got everything in there, because you don't want any of these disconnecting and then you're having to remove this whole thing. I'm going to do my preliminary test here just to make sure that everything's working correctly, and that we're still getting power on everything. Then we're going to set the gain on the amp while it's out, and just get a general listen, just to make sure that we like how everything's sounding so far. So for me specifically, I did plug in my 4-wheel drive selector and the HVAC, because if you turn on the key without those plugged in, you get some weird light. The last thing I need to do is hook up my amp wire to my battery. Probably a good idea to have a battery tender on your battery just to make sure it doesn't die while you're in here messing with stuff. Okay, so that's our power wire connected, and then just to mention, we do have a fuse in line as well. Now that everything should be wired up correctly, we're gonna go ahead and go power on, and we should see the head unit and the amplifier both come on. So that's our key on, and we can see the amp come on there, and then our head unit's also coming on, so nothing got messed up with that wiring either, which is good to see. So, and then there's our blue light. Oh, the other one's just a clip light, so hopefully we won't be seeing that. Place something on the car here. Then as far as sound field, we're gonna want to drag this around and make sure that every speaker is playing out of that one. Everything is working there, so that's all good. Set my gain here. Okay, so I am pretty impressed. I put everything to 3/4, so the gain is channel 1, 2, and then channel 3, 4. So pretty much your front and rear gain as far as the speakers go, for, you know, setting it up on the actual amp itself. And then my frequencies are just at 0 because I just have it going full for each. But it is sounding really great, even at 3/4. I have this at half volume, and this is probably like as high as I would ever put it. I'll just turn it up for a little. So that is plenty loud. As we can see, the clip light was kind of thinking of coming on there, so I might go back a touch. So that's how to EQ it and how to install it. So yeah, I'm really happy, and it sounds really great too. So I know that is something that's not going to come across in the video that well, unfortunately, but sound quality wise, it's sounding really great. Let's go ahead and tidy this up, and then I will come back to you guys. So I just wanted to be able to play a bit of some music just so we can hear, you know, kind of the clarity and stuff. Hopefully most of you guys should know this song. If not, then you need to start listening to more music. But here's a little taste of what it sounds like. I'm just gonna let it play. If it's chopped up a little bit, it might be because I can only play like 5 seconds at a time, but regardless, here's what it sounds like.
How could you ever let me anonymous? If we could ride like we did before. We are always running for the thrill of it, thrill of it. On the highway.
And I think that's a good one to end off on. So yeah, hopefully that's a little bit of a taste as to what different music types can sound like with the amp. Everything is sounding really crystal clear, and really great. So yeah, I'm really thrilled with how everything turned out. I will have links to this head unit, the amplifier, the RCA cable, and anything else that I can think of in the description down below, so feel free to check those out. There will be affiliate links, so you'll help me out a little bit. The subscribers, we just hit 600. That's insane. I'm really happy about that, so I'm gonna continue to keep trying to bring you guys videos, keep checking stuff out. So yeah, I'm really excited to keep working here. So appreciate you guys watching. It really means a lot to me, and obviously liking, subscribing, it all really helps. So just wanted to say thank you for 600 subscribers, and couldn't do without you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next one. Peace.
Life for me, how they got life for me when they took that from me. Since I had my nose,